Hello and welcome to video 4 of Refugee Week with Flintshire City of Sanctuary. Today we're moving away from the things that we've done and instead we're going to look at something quite different. We're going to look at the joy of the Syrian food culture. If you've ever been to one of our events pre-COVID, and if you ever get invited to one of our events when we're all free to run again as we used to, you will have seen the buffet tables groaning with delicious Syrian food, from perfect pastries stuffed with figs and pistachios to whole dishes just exuding flavour of the way they've cooked chicken and added spices and nuts. I hope you're looking forward to this because I'm speaking from experience. We're going to look at 3 separate things. We're going to look at the most delicious falafels I have ever eaten. We're going to look at a dish called makloba, and we're going to be talking about the Syrian dinner project, which, although it's in Aberystwyth, came and gave us food at our last pre-COVID event, the Women's International Day. First, we're going to look at falafels. Last summer, in that brief period when we were allowed to go and visit people, I was invited for lunch. And I'm going to show you now some pictures and video of how these falafels are made by one of my Syrian friends in Flintshire. First of all, he takes an enormous quantity of chickpeas and other things, but chickpeas are at the top of the list, and he puts them through a mincer to achieve a sort of soft, squishy consistency. And then this is where the skill comes in. He has a special device for scooping them out with the hole in the middle that we recognise as Syrian falafels, and he fries them. And the sound and the smell as he makes them, and they go from pale to middle brown to a rich crispy brown, and they're coated in sesame seeds so they really are crispy, is absolutely fascinating. And if you're sitting in the house waiting, you can smell them, you can hear them, and your mouth is watering. When they're ready and they're drained, then a sort of food theatre takes place, where everything else to make the dish from the falafels is assembled on a table, and you're there waiting for your summons. And then you start, and you watch as this experienced and professional man prepares your shawarma, flatbread, salad, things on top of the salad in just the right order that only he knows. And then the falafels are squished very professionally and placed on top and wrapped, and the wrap is put in kitchen roll, and you are handed the most delicious lunch. Our next dish is a Syrian rice dish called makloba. I haven't had the pleasure of trying this yet, but having seen the pictures, I'm looking forward to that as soon as we're allowed. So this is what happens. You put all your ingredients together, you prepare them on plates ready to go, and we've got a dish of cashew nuts, a dish of trimmed and chopped lamb pieces, you can use chicken apparently, a dish of rice ready to be boiled, and a big platter of chopped up aubergine ready to be fried. There's also onions and cinnamon sticks and bay leaves and various spices. So here we go with the cooking. First of all, you deep fry your aubergine, and then you leave it to drain while you cook your meat with all of the spices and the onions in just a small amount of water to make a flavoursome stock for the end. When that is ready, you can start cooking your rice, and while you're cooking your rice, you can prepare your salad for the side dish. And I'm assuming you can choose whatever you really enjoy, but I know I can see chopped up tomatoes there. And I'm presuming also greens and various sauces and salt and pepper and oil and so on. I think I can see lemon juice as well. And then suddenly you've got everything ready. You've got your meat, you've got your aubergine, you've got your rice, your salad is ready, and it's time to layer this all up together. And you can see on our final picture what this dish looks like when it's layered. And on the very top, you put the cashew nuts. And then you dig in and it's all there with the flavours and the gravy from the stock from the meat and the spices running through it from the top to the bottom. It sounds good, doesn't it? I'm looking forward to trying this one. Finally, we come to the Syrian dinner project. Now this is based in Aberystwyth. You may say, why have we got it in a Flintshire video? That's because when we had our last public event before COVID in Theatre Clwyd, we had a Women's International Day event. The Syrian Dinner Project provided our refreshments, and that is how we met them and got to appreciate their food and their business. You see, these ladies had a very special reason for doing this business, and at the end you will hear Latifah telling that in her own words. But right now I just want to explain that they've won a business award. They had great success. They've been supported by local people, and they are still based and still cooking in Aberystwyth in Mid Wales. The Syrian Dinner Project.
We are Syrian Dinner Project. Our story, we are 3 Syrian ladies coming from different parts of Syria. We meet in Aberystwyth. We come together by our love to cooking. Through our cooking, we are trying to transfer our love to the community. At first, we started providing food for small events. Then we ventured and tried a big event. We hosted 120 people. When we cooked there for the first time, we were glad and felt that our dream is coming true. We were scared, but we wanted to cook to the best of our ability to show our love to the community. From then on, we began to host events in different places. Our mission, support and help for every person in need, working to return the favor to our second country, which we are fond of, giving love in the flavor of food.
Thank you, Syrian Dinner Project, for your very thoughtful and kind words and for the example you set. As we finish this video, we're going to run through some pictures sent by another family in Flintshire. And it is very clear that this is no fast food culture. This is food made with love and care every day for families. And we appreciate the difference between that and our fast food culture. Thank you, my Syrian friends.